Have you ever wondered that the healthiest food on your plate could silently turn against your body just because of what you pair it with? If you are over 60, this question is not just important, it is life-changing. Eggs are considered a superfood. They are rich in protein, vitamin D, B12, and healthy fats that support muscles, brain power, and bone strength. Doctors recommend them, nutritionists praise them, and fitness experts swear by them. But here's the shocking truth. When eggs are combined with the wrong vegetables, especially at an older age, they can trigger inflammation, disturb digestion, block nutrient absorption, and even increase joint pain, cholesterol imbalance, and blood sugar swings. As our metabolism slows down after 60, our digestive system becomes more sensitive. The stomach produces less acid, the liver processes fats more slowly, and the gut reacts strongly to food combinations that once caused no trouble. That means what you eat together matters just as much as what you eat alone. A harmless breakfast can become a hidden health trap. You might think you're eating clean and healthy, but your body could be struggling silently. Many seniors complain about bloating, heaviness, fatigue, acidity, and joint stiffness after meals, without knowing the real cause lies in simple food pairing mistakes. Eggs combined with certain vegetables create chemical reactions in digestion that your aging body cannot easily handle. And this is exactly where most people go wrong. Today, I will reveal the 3 vegetables that should never be eaten with eggs after 60, and more importantly, what you should eat instead to protect your heart, joints, digestion, and energy levels. This knowledge can transform your health without medicine, without expensive supplements, and without complicated diets. Stay with me, because your next meal could decide your next decade of health. Follow Care and Cure Corner for powerful food wisdom that truly heals. After the age of 60, your body no longer works with the same speed and flexibility it once did, especially when it comes to digestion and nutrient absorption. The stomach produces less hydrochloric acid, which is essential for breaking down proteins like those found in eggs. The liver becomes slower in processing fats, and the pancreas may not release digestive enzymes as efficiently as before. This means foods that were once easy to digest can now feel heavy, cause bloating, or leave you feeling tired after meals. Food combinations start playing a powerful role, because when 2 foods demand different digestive environments, your system struggles to manage them together. Eggs are a dense, protein-rich food that requires strong digestion. When paired with the wrong vegetables, especially those that ferment quickly or contain compounds that clash with protein digestion, the result is incomplete breakdown, gas formation, acidity, and inflammation. Over time, these reactions don't just cause discomfort, they silently weaken your gut, reduce nutrient absorption, and increase stress on vital organs. As we age, inflammation becomes the hidden enemy behind joint pain, heart issues, memory decline, and even weakened immunity. Poor food pairing increases this inflammation without you realizing it. You may think you're eating a healthy plate of eggs and vegetables, but inside your body, digestion could be turning into a battlefield. The nutrients from the eggs might not even be reaching your muscles and bones. Instead, they may be sitting undigested, producing toxins that strain your liver and kidneys. This is why many seniors complain of fatigue after meals, heaviness in the stomach, or unexplained stiffness in the joints. It is not always about what you eat, but how your foods interact once they enter your body. Another critical factor is blood sugar balance. Some vegetables, when eaten with eggs, can cause unpredictable glucose responses, especially if your insulin sensitivity has declined with age. Instead of stable energy, you may experience sudden spikes followed by crashes, leading to weakness, dizziness, or cravings. This pattern silently pushes the body toward diabetes and metabolic imbalance. Over 60, your body needs harmony in meals, not conflict. It needs combinations that support digestion, reduce inflammation, and keep blood sugar steady. When meals are balanced, you feel lighter, more energetic, and mentally clearer. When they are not, even the healthiest foods become a burden. This is why understanding food pairing is no longer optional. It is essential for graceful aging. Eggs can be powerful medicine for your body, but only if they are supported by the right companions on your plate. A wrong pairing can turn their strength into stress, their nourishment into irritation, and their benefits into hidden damage. And this is where most people unknowingly make a mistake, because one of the most commonly eaten vegetables with eggs is actually the first silent troublemaker, slowly disturbing digestion and increasing inflammation without showing immediate warning signs. The vegetable that most people casually mix with eggs without realizing the stress it can create in an aging body is tomato. It looks harmless, even healthy, and it is everywhere in breakfast meals, omelets, and scrambled egg dishes. But after 60, this combination can quietly challenge your digestion. Eggs are a concentrated protein food that needs a stable, low-acid digestive environment to break down properly. Tomatoes, on the other hand, are naturally acidic. When these two meet in the stomach, they create a conflicting digestive demand. The stomach is forced to work harder to balance acid levels, which often leads to indigestion, heartburn, and a heavy burning sensation in the chest. Many seniors mistake this discomfort for normal aging, but in reality, it is a signal that the body is struggling with a food combination it can no longer manage easily. Tomatoes also contain compounds that can interfere with protein digestion when the stomach acid is already weak, which is common after 60. This means the protein from eggs may not be fully broken down and absorbed. Instead of nourishing your muscles and bones, it can sit partially undigested in your gut, creating bloating, gas, and inflammation. Over time, this weak digestion can reduce the benefit of eggs altogether. You may be eating one of the best protein sources available, yet your body may only be using a fraction of it. That is not just wasteful, it is harmful, especially when maintaining muscle mass and strength is so critical in older age. Another issue is joint and inflammatory response. Tomatoes belong to the nightshade family, which in sensitive individuals can increase joint stiffness and pain. When combined with eggs, which already stimulate digestion and metabolic activity, this inflammatory effect can become stronger. Seniors who suffer from arthritis or unexplained joint discomfort often notice flare-ups after meals containing eggs and tomatoes together, even if they never connect the two. It is subtle, slow, and silent, but over months and years it can weaken mobility and comfort. Tomatoes can also trigger acidity and reflux when eaten with eggs, especially in the morning or on an empty stomach. The combination becomes too heavy and acidic for a stomach that produces less protective mucus with age. This can irritate the lining of the stoma, GH, and esophagus, leading to chronic discomfort, poor appetite, and disturbed digestion throughout the day. When digestion suffers, everything else suffers too, from immunity to energy levels. This does not mean tomatoes are unhealthy. They are powerful when eaten correctly and at the right time. But pairing them with eggs after 60 can quietly reduce the healing power of both foods. It is one of those combinations that looks nutritious on the plate, but creates chaos inside the body. And the real danger is that most people never feel an immediate reaction, so they continue the habit for years. But tomatoes are not the only vegetable that creates this hidden digestive conflict with eggs. Another commonly used vegetable blocks nutrient absorption even more aggressively, and its effect is even harder to notice at first, until weakness, fatigue, and stiffness slowly begin to appear. Another vegetable that quietly interferes with the power of eggs after 60 is spinach. It is praised as a superfood, rich in iron, calcium, and antioxidants, so people naturally believe mixing it with eggs makes a perfect healthy meal. But the reality inside an aging digestive system is very different. Spinach contains high levels of oxalates, compounds that bind to minerals like calcium, iron, and magnesium. Eggs are also rich in important minerals and proteins that need a clean digestive environment for proper absorption. When these two are eaten together, oxalates can trap the minerals from both ODs, turning them into forms your body cannot easily use. Instead of strengthening your bones and muscles, this combination can actually reduce the nutritional value of your meal. After 60, your body is already fighting harder to maintain bone density and muscle strength. You need every bit of calcium, iron, and protein to be absorbed efficiently. But when spinach is paired with eggs, a large portion of these nutrients may pass through your body unused. Over time, this can contribute to weakness, fatigue, brittle bones, and even increased risk of anemia. You might feel like you are eating healthy, yet your body behaves as if it is being deprived. That is one of the most dangerous forms of nutritional damage, because it is silent and slow. Spinach is also a fast-digesting, fiber-rich vegetable, while eggs are slow-digesting and protein-heavy. This mismatch creates fermentation in the gut. The spinach moves quickly while the eggs take longer to break down, leading to gas, bloating, and pressure in the stomach and intestines. In younger people, the body can usually handle this conflict. But after 60, digestion becomes more sensitive. Even small digestive disturbances can trigger inflammation, disturb sleep, and lower energy levels. Many seniors complain of heaviness or discomfort after egg-based meals without realizing spinach could be the hidden cause. Another concern is kidney health. Oxalates from spinach, when repeatedly consumed in high amounts, can increase the risk of kidney stone formation, especially in older adults who may already have reduced kidney efficiency. When spinach is combined with protein-rich eggs, the metabolic load on the kidneys becomes heavier. Over time, this pairing can quietly stress the renal system, particularly in those who already struggle with dehydration or blood pressure issues. This does not mean spinach is bad. It is extremely beneficial when eaten separately or with foods that support its digestion, such as healthy fats or mild carbohydrates. But when mixed with eggs after 60, it creates a nutritional roadblock rather than a nutritional boost. The plate may look green and powerful, but inside the body, absorption becomes weak and digestion becomes strained. And here is where the danger deepens. If spinach silently blocks mineral absorption and tomatoes disturb digestion and increase acidity, there is still another vegetable that can trigger even stronger inflammatory reactions when paired with eggs. This one doesn't just affect digestion or absorption, it can directly worsen joint pain, stiffness, and chronic inflammation. And most people use it almost daily without ever suspecting its impact. The vegetable that creates the strongest inflammatory reaction with eggs, especially after 60, is the potato. It is comforting, filling, and extremely common in breakfast dishes, omelets, and fried egg meals. But inside an aging body, this combination can quietly become a heavy burden. Potatoes are high in starch and require a completely different digestive process than protein-rich foods like eggs. Starches need alkaline conditions and strong enzyme activity, while proteins demand an acidic environment. When you eat eggs and potatoes together, your stomach receives mixed signals. It cannot fully optimize digestion for both at the same time. The result is delayed digestion, fermentation, gas formation, and inflammation. Instead of energy, the body experiences heaviness. Instead of nourishment, it faces stress. After 60, insulin sensitivity also declines, and potatoes can cause rapid blood sugar spikes. When combined with eggs, which slow digestion, sugar remains elevated for longer periods. This creates internal inflammation that slowly damages blood vessels, nerves, and joints. Many seniors who experience fatigue after meals, shaky energy, or sudden sleepiness are unknowingly reacting to this blood sugar chaos. Over time, this pattern increases the risk of diabetes, heart disease, and chronic weakness. Even when meals appear simple and healthy, potatoes also belong to the nightshade family. Like tomatoes and eggplant, in many people, especially older adults, nightshades can worsen joint pain and stiffness. When paired with eggs, which already stimulate metabolic heat in the body, this inflammatory response becomes stronger. Seniors suffering from arthritis, knee pain, or morning stiffness often notice that egg and potato meals leave their joints heavier and more painful. The inflammatio does not explode overnight, but it builds quietly, meal after meal, weakening mobility and comfort. Another overlooked issue is toxin buildup. Potatoes contain natural glycoalkaloids, especially when slightly green or improperly stored. A young digestive system can usually neutralize them, but after 60, detoxification becomes slower. When eggs and potatoes are eaten together, the liver must work harder to process fats, proteins, starches, and plant toxins all at once. This overload leads to sluggish digestion, low appetite, headaches, and a general sense of body heaviness. The meal that was meant to strengthen you slowly becomes a drain on your energy. This is why egg and potato breakfasts, although popular, can be one of the worst combinations for seniors. They look comforting and filling, but inside the body they create metabolic confusion, blood sugar stress, joint inflammation, and digestive burden. It is not that potatoes are bad. It is that potatoes and eggs demand opposite digestive conditions. And after 60, your body no longer has the strength to manage that conflict easily. When tomatoes disturb acidity, spinach blocks mineral absorption, and potatoes ignite inflammation and blood sugar chaos, the message becomes clear. Eggs need gentle, supportive partners on your plate. The wrong companions silently turn them from medicine into stress. But here is the hopeful part. When eggs are paired with the right vegetables, they become even more powerful, lighter to digest, and deeply healing. And the next step is to discover which vegetables actually unlock the full strength of eggs instead of stealing it. When eggs are paired with vegetables that respect their digestive nature, the body responds with lightness, strength, and steady energy. The best companions for eggs after 60 are vegetables that are low in starch, gentle on the stomach, and rich in minerals that support protein digestion rather than blocking it. Vegetables like zucchini, bottle gourd, ridge gourd, pumpkin, carrots, cabbage, cauliflower, and lightly cooked onions create harmony instead of conflict. These vegetables digest at a moderate pace, do not spike blood sugar, and do not interfere with mineral absorption. Instead, they support the breakdown of egg protein and help the body absorb its nutrients more efficiently. When eaten together, eggs become easier to digest, less inflammatory, and far more nourishing. Take zucchini or bottle gourd, for example. They are high in water content and fiber, which gently stimulates digestion without creating gas or acidity. When combined with eggs, they help keep the digestive tract moving smoothly and prevent heaviness. Carrots add natural antioxidants and support liver detoxification, which is essential when digesting protein and fat. Lightly cooked cabbage or cauliflower supports gut health and provides sulfur compounds that assist in protein metabolism. These vegetables don't fight against eggs, they work with them, turning your meal into a healing experience rather than a digestive struggle. Another powerful pairing is eggs with onions and mild greens like coriander or lettuce. Onions stimulate digestive enzymes and improve circulation, which helps the body process egg protein more efficiently. This reduces bloating and increases nutrient absorption. A simple omelet with onions and soft vegetables can feel energizing instead of heavy, especially in the morning. Many seniors notice better appetite, less acidity, and more sustained energy when they shift to these gentle combinations. Healthy fats also matter. A small amount of olive oil, mustard oil, or ghee enhances absorption of fat-soluble vitamins from eggs and vegetables. It also protects the stomach lining and supports joint lubrication. When eggs are cooked lightly and paired with these supportive vegetables, the body feels nourished instead of overloaded. This is the difference between eating for fullness and eating for healing. Over time, these smarter pairings can reduce joint stiffness, stabilize blood sugar, and improve muscle strength. Seniors often report better sleep, clearer thinking, and improved mobility simply by correcting their breakfast combinations. This proves that food is not just fuel, it is communication with your body. When you send the right message, the body responds with balance and strength, but even the healthiest ingredients can lose their power if cooked or combined carelessly. Too much oil, overcooking, or eating at the wrong time of day can still turn a good meal into a burden. Portion size, cooking style, and timing are just as important as the food itself. And that brings us to the final, most important step: how to build the perfect egg meal after 60 that is easy to digest, anti-inflammatory, and deeply nourishing without stress on your stomach or joints. Creating the perfect egg meal after 60 is not about complexity. It is about simplicity with wisdom. The body now needs food that is gentle, balanced, and supportive, not heavy or aggressive. Eggs should always be cooked in a way that keeps them soft and easy to digest, such as boiling, poaching, or light scrambling. Over-frying or cooking at very high heat damages the proteins and creates inflammatory compounds that burden the liver and joints. When eggs are cooked gently, they remain soothing to the stomach and nourishing to the muscles. Pairing them with soft, well-cooked vegetables like bottle gourd, zucchini, carrots, pumpkin, or lightly sautéed onions allows digestion to stay smooth and stress-free. These vegetables keep the stomach calm, prevent gas formation, and help the body absorb the nutrients from eggs more effectively. Portion control also becomes crucial. After 60, the body does not need large quantities at one time. 1 or 2 eggs are more than enough to provide high-quality protein without overwhelming digestion. When seniors eat large egg-based meals, even with good vegetables, the stomach becomes overloaded and energy drops instead of rising. Smaller portions create better absorption and reduce inflammation. Eating slowly and chewing thoroughly further supports digestion, turning a simple meal into a powerful medicine. Timing matters as well. Eggs are best eaten in the morning or early afternoon, when digestion is strongest. At night, the digestive fire weakens, and protein-rich meals can lead to heaviness, poor sleep, and acid reflux. A light breakfast or lunch with eggs and supportive vegetables builds strength and stamina while allowing the body to rest peacefully at night. Adding warm water or herbal tea after meals can further support digestion and reduce bloating. Spices can also make a powerful difference. Small amounts of turmeric, cumin, black pepper, or ginger can enhance digestion, reduce inflammation, and protect joints. These spices gently stimulate digestive enzymes without irritating the stomach. They act like natural medicine, especially when combined with eggs and mild vegetables. However, excessive chilies or strong spices should be avoided, as they can increase acidity and digestive discomfort in older adults. Another hidden key is emotional calm while eating. Stress directly weakens digestion. A peaceful environment, slow breathing, and mindful eating improve how the body processes food. When the mind is relaxed, the stomach works better, nutrients are absorbed more efficiently, and the entire system feels lighter. Food is not just physical nourishment, it is deeply company. Connected to mental state, especially after 60, when eggs are prepared with gentleness, paired with friendly vegetables, eaten in moderate portions, and consumed at the right time, they become one of the most powerful healing foods for seniors. They support muscle strength, brain clarity, joint stability, and immune resilience. This is how eggs transform from a simple ingredient into a daily source of protection and vitality. But here is the final truth. Even the best meal loses its power if we forget why we are eating with awareness. One wrong habit repeated daily can undo all the benefits of careful food choices. And that is why understanding the deeper message behind food combinations is the real secret to aging with strength, freedom, and confidence. Because the conclusion you draw from today's knowledge will shape every bite you take tomorrow. You don't need to stop eating eggs to stay healthy after 60. You simply need to eat them wisely. This is the real power of nutrition, not restriction, but intelligent combination. When you avoid harmful pairings, your digestion becomes lighter, your joints feel freer, your energy rises, and your body starts absorbing nutrients the way it was designed to. Think about it. Eggs can strengthen your muscles. Eggs can protect your brain. Eggs can help maintain bone density. But only when your digestive system is supported, not stressed. When you stop pairing eggs with vegetables that create inflammation, acidity, or toxin-like reactions, you unlock their true healing power. Health after 60 is not about complicated diets. It's about small, smart corrections. One plate at a time, one meal at a time, one decision at a time. These tiny changes build massive protection against heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, and fatigue. You deserve meals that heal, not meals that quietly harm. You deserve energy, clarity, and strength in your golden years. Your body has carried you for decades. Now it's your turn to protect it with wisdom. Remember, food is either your slowest poison or your strongest medicine. And today, you just learned how to turn your eggs into medicine. Choose combinations that support your digestion. Choose foods that respect your age. Choose awareness over habit, because after 60, every bite is an investment in your future.